Ew, gross. Look at this toxic sludge that's still seeping out of this thing. Hey, Wonderhussy here at one of the most amazing ghost towns I've ever seen. Check this out. I mean, look at this old abandoned, I think it was a mercury mine or a mercury processing mill, I guess. Ugh, I don't know anything about mercury mining, but I think it's pretty toxic because this whole area is now an EPA superfund site. Look at that nasty pile of tailings. Actually, it's kind of pretty in a way. There's this really creepy, kind of pretty, bright orange stream running down. Looks like it's full of some kind of minerals or toxic waste, who knows? And there's this preternaturally orange pond with some really funky colored scum around it. Doesn't look like a very good place for skinny dipping, but it sounds so peaceful. This place is so frigging remote, way up in the hills in the middle of nowhere in California, of all places. And I guess because it's so remote, there's still a ton of buildings left standing and a lot of interesting artifacts left behind. But the coolest thing about this ghost town is that it wasn't fully abandoned until the 1970s. So there's a ton of fairly recent vintage artifacts. Oh my god, you guys. This place is amazing. Okay, first let's check out this creepy old mill. Wow. It's almost like being in this weird, creepy cathedral. Worshipping at the altar of industry. Okay, well, this mill is pretty much totally busted, but it's fascinating. It's just so toxic and filthy that I don't want to stay in here very long, so I'm going to be quick. This puts anything I've ever explored in the Mojave Desert to shame. Oh, well, look in there. Giant friggin' centrifuge or something. Yikes. Oh, man, look how toxic this place is. Even a Budweiser can can't survive. Oh, gross. Look how old this Budweiser can is, too. Oh, man. Some old mercury miner was having a beer. Wow, let's go in here. Oh, but yikes, I don't know. Look, there's like this sludge on the ground. It's like dripping out of something. What could that be dripping out of? Let's look up. Who knows, but yuck. This reminds me of the abandoned cement factory that I did a video of. Almost looks like it's some kind of kiln, like a rotary kiln. Isn't that a rotary kiln? You're probably wondering, how do I know what a rotary kiln is? Well, from all the time I spent at that cement factory, I learned a lot about the manufacturing process for cement. They used a rotary kiln, and I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Huh. It's just really beautiful in a creepy way, like a cathedral, like I said earlier. Kind of reminds me of that gold processing mill I explored in the Mojave Preserve. But this is even creepier in its own way. Wow, okay, I'm gonna go back to the end of that tunnel in a minute, but I just noticed another staircase with the up. Wow, we were at the very top. Oh my god, it's so sketchy up here. Be real careful. God, it's almost like everyone just died in this town. Who knows? I shouldn't joke about it. They might have done. Look at this. What are all these holes? That's interesting. This looks like a game of Twister. Oh man, look at this sketchy catwalk up there. Okay, I'm ballsy, but I'm not ballsy or stupid enough to go up that thing. Okay, back through the end of these timbers. Looks like we kind of come to a dead end. Some more rusted toxic waste barrels. Ugh, like clean this crap up already. What's our taxpayer money being used for? This place is beautiful, this little valley. It could be like a, well, I think it is an off-roaders kind of place. Like people ride their ATVs out here. Can't be very safe for them. Holy cow, look at this old pickup truck. Oh man, anybody recognize the model? I'm sure somebody does. Man, this site is so frustrating because there's so many buildings to go in. And like I said, I don't want the video to be 3 hours long. I'm also running out of daylight. Okay, I'm just taking a quick look in all these buildings because there's really just old furniture and junk, and words fail anyways. What on God's green earth do you think this thing was? Huh, such a weird shape. Lozier. It's like some kind of conveyor belt. Huh, weird. Wow, look at the floor in here. It's like a dry lake bed. Sawed in with toxic chemicals, probably. Here's building number 5, which was used for storing mattresses. Wow, look in here. It's just sofas and 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 sofas. I wonder if they're all stacked up in here because they're all like contaminated with poison and they have to get rid of them somehow. Oh my god, there's not just sofas. There's like washers and dryers, an oven, a few ovens. It's just like they piled up all the furniture from the people's homes who lived here, put them in a big pile to dispose of. I mean, even these little toys are in here. Yikes. But I think I found the creepiest thing in this entire ghost town. Oh my god, is that even real? Actually, no, it's not real, look. Or wait, I don't know. No, I guess it's painted like that to be like decorative. Super creepy though. Look at these shoes, they're not even that old. Like some kids' Fila sneakers. Really kind of sad. God, I hope everybody who lived here is okay. All the talk about cancer and chemicals and stuff aside. Whoa, and then look at this. This tarp with all these sandbags laid on it, like it's holding down some poisonous, toxic sludge or mess. I don't know if I trust a tarp and some sandbags. Come on, guys. Okay, so that was the mill, but now let's go check out where all the people who worked in the mill lived. Because this place is so remote, it's almost like a moon colony or a military base, and everybody who worked here had to live on site. Okay, first we'll go in this super creepy building. Not only is it creepy because it says I see you on it, there's also this friggin' bee's nest over there. It's probably Africanized killer bees, so I gotta be super careful. Get inside the building away from those bees. Oh my god. Wowzers. Oh, gross, man. You can see why this is a Superfund site. I mean, there's just toxic sludge barrels everywhere. Look in here. Yuck, sludge, the toxic avenger. I mean, that's disgusting, dude. This is what mining does. Okay? This is why we need the EPA. I hate to say it. Otherwise, companies will just leave this crap everywhere. Man, I feel like I could spend about a year just in this room alone. But look, there's a huge swarm of bees over there too. Yikes, we gotta be super careful. Oh my god, I gotta give those bees a wide berth. In fact, let me just do a pano around the room. I'll stand in the middle of it so I don't have to stir up too much toxic dust and irritate too many bees. I mean, wow, this was like some kind of huge workroom back in the day. It's like there's this like counter here or like the front desk or something. Man, look at the floor. The floor is just covered in toxic waste, okay? Remember the Toxic Avenger? They could have just shot that here. I mean, it's really even hard to walk on the ground because weirdly, it's covered in salad dressing bottles. I can't imagine why. Maybe they used them for something else, but Hidden Valley Ranch, just dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of salad dressing bottles and lids. That is really one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Oh my God, and then look back here. Dozens and dozens and dozens, probably hundreds of Windex bottles. Look at that. Well, technically it's not Windex, that's a brand name. It's some kind of store brand window cleaner and glass cleaner. Why? For the love of sweet baby Jeebus, why did they have so many Windex bottles? And more to the point, why did they have so many salad dressing bottles? Oh wow, look in here. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any bees' nest. It looks like it was an old elevator shaft almost, but now it's just full of friggin' empty salad dressing bottles. But look at the sign. Notice, the silicone bubble that covers this switch provides protective moisture proofing and must not be damaged or removed. Yikes, I don't even want to know why that thing had to be covered and what is going to happen to me now that I came in here with it uncovered. I mean, there's no way I can walk in here. It's piled high with salad dressing bottles. But look at how much junk is in there. I don't know if you can see that. That's boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of Hidden Valley Ranch salad dressing. Why? Okay, and then down around the corner from this, there's a hallway. Okay, back here, just more garbage and more toxic waste barrels just sort of tipped over. And of course, about 300 more salad dressing bottles. I mean, this was like obviously some kind of workroom, but I don't know why they would have needed so much salad dressing. And furthermore, I mean, there's a billion of these little red packets in here. What are these? Oh, Sarks. Sarks Supreme Coffee. You guys ever heard of Sarks? Well, if you lived up here, you would have drank it every friggin' day, I guess, because there's about 500 packets of that. Man, this is so bizarre. Why are there hundreds of bottles of salad dressing, Windex, and coffee? I mean, maybe this was some kind of this was this general store up here because we're very remote. Like the nearest town with a grocery store is I don't know how far away. So maybe this was kind of like a commissary or something for the people who lived up here. But if that's the case, they had a very limited inventory. Oh well, wait, not that limited. Looks like there was quite a number of bottles of Snowball too. It's like a toilet cleaner, but I just love the way they do that. Ain't got time for no W's. Trying not to breathe deeply because it's so filthy in here. Another workbench covered in broken light bulbs and some creepy graffiti. Look at that thing. Ooh. But if you look into that first room we came into, now that I'm looking at it, does look like it was a store because those look like display shelves for, you know, products like salad dressing and Windex. They probably had it all stacked up on the shelves and you came in here to buy stuff, and then that counter that we saw on the way in was where the cash register was. Oh man, I love it when I'm able to solve a mystery. I mean, it's kind of a weird store still because, you know, what the hell were these creepy windows covered in chicken wire? You know, and then like, what are these freaky, like blood stains or something on the wall? Yikes, if this was a general store, I do not want to be a customer. Hey, that looks like it's some kind of back porch, but it's blocked up with these toxic waste barrels. Maybe I can get around to it if I go over this way. I wanted to get around to the back where that other room was, but whatever was out here, like a side porch, has collapsed. And the only way we can get back there is either by crawling under all those splintery 2x4s or moving aside some of those toxic waste barrels. And neither option seems very safe. But of the two, I guess the 2x4s seem a little bit less dangerous, so I'll go this way. Oh man, we can't get in that room back here either. It's all closed up with chicken wire. Chicken wire. Depends on where you're from. You might say war. I say wire. Because war? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Oh look, there is a door here. I don't know if this was like a little chicken coop out back at the general store or what, but nothing left back here now. Oh, there's a urinal back there. Anybody gotta take a whiz? Oh, it looks like there was a little wooden plank sidewalk leading to the next building here. It's cute. It's almost like a little old West town that they had going on here. I mean, it really was an old mining town in the West. It was just, you know, in the 20th century. Oh man, now this building here next door looks super creepy. I love places that are recently abandoned like this because, you know, you see such stuff that's like almost new. Look at that Keds. Not even really faded. Wow. This shoe here is pretty tore up. Okay, so this is the building next door, and it's just so full of junk. Okay, just gonna cruise around in here real quick. Oh, look, more salad dressing. Shocker. Oh, look at a little chair, table. This was some kind of little seating area. Lampshades. Oh my god, there's just so much stuff everywhere. It's a trip. Oh man, look, it was like a bar. This must have been like a recreation hall or, you know, the bar. Because, I mean, look at that. That looks like a bar, and that's definitely a bar. And then look, here was the old bar telephone. Anybody remember using a phone like that? See if there's anything behind the bar, which, by the way, is by this creepy window. We have to move this aside to get back there. Okay, so imagine you're a bartender in this lonely mountain mining town. That's your view. Golly. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of make a circuit of the room here. I mean, this is just a big jumble of chairs. Actually reminds me a lot of the abandoned casino ghost town video I did. Similar vibe, similar chairs. Oh my god, look at the old piano. Oh man, well I guess it was an electric organ. I thought it said bourbon and I got all excited. Like, oh, that's how you ordered the drinks? But I guess, I don't know what that is. Oh wait, look. Classy. They must have known I was gonna be here. Look at that cool chair. Some of this stuff's probably worth money, like a vintage shop. Like that friggin' Hawaiian muumuu or shirt or whatever that is. Oh god, it's such a cool pattern, but it's filthy. I won't touch it. Wow, look at this. It's a woman's shoe, but it's friggin' enormous. It's like a transvestite shoe. You know, refrigerator. This beautiful quilted leatherette sofa. Okay, we're gonna go in the back now. This looks like it was sort of a kitchen area, maybe, where they prepped the food. Or, but wait, there's a bunch of laundry equipment, washing machines. Maybe there's a laundromat. And a bar. Maybe it was like a laundromat where you hung out and drank in the bar area while you waited for your clothes to wash. It's a good business idea. Yeah, what are all those? Like, fluorescent light fixtures, I guess? Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of them. Weird. Oh, man. I mean, this place is crazy, but you can definitely see the 70s in it. Man, I hope I'm not moving too fast for you guys. I just don't want this video to be too long and boring. More fluorescent lights. Like, these people were like hoarders, but kind of in an orderly way. All their lights stacked up. All their salad dressing bottles thrown in a pile. And that's about it for building number 2. Wow, what a building. I mean, I could literally make an entire video just about this room. I mean, look. Salon care. They had like their own beauty salon up here. Man, there's birds chirping and bees buzzing and flowers blooming and such a peaceful, bucolic, beautiful location. It's really sad to think that this town is toxic and abandoned now. I mean, there must be children who grew up here, you know, and have like really good memories of playing in these beautiful hills. Let's see if they're still alive and not dead of mercury poisoning, that is. Oh wow, look at this building. It just goes down the hall with many rooms. Okay, it must have been some kind of like apartment building maybe. I'm pretty sure they didn't have brothels here. Okay, well here's the room where they hoarded all the bleach jugs. I mean, you do see the occasional Doritos bag and beer can out here. People do come out here, but it's remarkably well preserved. I mean, look at these walls. No graffiti. Well, some down there, but not much. Okay, this room's a little less full of junk, so we can come in here. I mean, look how cool this is. This window, this really neat blue color. Oh, and there was a closet in here. I mean, I guess these were bedrooms. It was like a boarding house. The closet too on that side. So maybe it was some kind of boarding house for the miners. But if that was the case, where's the bathroom? Where'd they all go to the bathroom? You know what I mean? If these were like boarding house rooms, where's the kitchen? Where's the bathroom? Maybe it's just like a barracks. And they had to go take all their meals at some mess hall that we haven't got to yet. Or I'm gonna go all the way to the end of this hallway because you know what they say. What's at the end of the rainbow? It's probably the same thing that's into the hallway. Yep, there was a turlet, a couple turlets. So yeah, maybe it was like a really creepy boarding house. I mean, yikes. How'd you like to stay in this boarding house? It's more like a concentration camp. Look at the door on the bathroom. Yikes, like a prison. It looks like this room had a bunch of sinks. Maybe that's what those were lined up. So this was like where you did your wash your face, brush your teeth. But then this really creepy friggin' furnace just sitting in the middle of the bathroom. Yikes. Oh man. Look at that though. The screens are even still on the windows. Look how creepy that is. Okay, if you're keeping track, we went in that first building that was like the store. Second building was the bar. This third building was like a boarding house. Now let's keep on walking to the neighbors and see what was in building number 4. Okay, before we even go in, it's creepy because there's a whole bunch of these creepy old boots. Man, this place is like the land of multiples. There's no snake in this boot. And look at the soles, brand new. Oh, maybe they were like brand new shoes from the shoe store. Well, the toe is scuffed though, so that looks like it was worn, but not very much. Oh, well, let's find out. Is this a shoe store? Oh no, look. Peligro, advertencia del virus de Hanta. I don't know much Spanish, but I think that means warning, hantavirus. Okay, hantavirus or no, we'll go in. We just won't stir up any dust. But before we go in, look. International Abstracts of Surgery, October 1956. Uh-oh. Maybe this was like the clinic or something. Okay, well, looks to me like this building, building number 4, is where they hoarded all the mattresses. Because look how many mattresses are stacked up in here. Reminds me of The Princess and the Pea, you know that fairy tale where they had to stack up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 billion mattresses because she was so sensitive and there was a pea at the very bottom of it all and she could still feel it. And then I guess that's how they knew she was a princess, because she was so sensitive. You know, now that I think about it, that fairy tale is kind of screwy. It's basically saying that the upper classes are so much more sensitive and evolved than the poor people like you and me. Okay, well, besides all the piles of mattresses, the ceiling in this one is collapsed in, so I'm not sure I'll be able to get back there. It looks like there's a back door. Maybe I can go around the back and get in that way. Okay, here's the back door in here. Wow, look, more pairs of those same friggin' shoes. Maybe they were just like regulation shoes for a uniform and they all had to wear them. And that's why there's so many of them left behind. I don't know. Oh, look, some paperwork. Sylvester's Daily Report from July 17th, 1990. So these are all the jobs, and these are all the people who worked the jobs. Sylvester, huh? A bunch of them here. This Sylvester was busy. I like his handwriting, or whoever wrote this. Mattresses and shoes in this building. Okay, here's the last building in this little row anyways. There's still a ton more stuff here. Oh, it's another long, creepy hallway. Room number 1. Looks like it had a bunch of office equipment in it. I mean, look how old this office stuff was. Correctable film ribbon. Professional audio-visual recording tape. Weekly inventory. Cake mix, jello, pudding, vanilla. Oh, okay, so I guess they just bought like certain things to make employee meals. So that would explain why they had so much salad dressing and Windex, which I don't see on here. I'm surprised they had so much of it. You think it'd be on the friggin' list of supplies. Alright, well, let's keep going down the hall. Huh, so this was like where they were doing some kind of office tabulations, keeping track of things. Oh, wow, look at this. Told you it was an old office. And then look at this. Old newspapers. This will tell us a little bit. IBM to sell know-how to Expo Hitachi. Ha ha ha. I used to work for IBM myself before I moved to Vegas. I was a secretary there. I had enough of that. I had to get out. Schumacher wins pole for Monaco Grand Prix. Al Unser Jr. recovers from slow first lap. NHL playoff leaders. Anybody know what year this paper was from just from reading that? Oh, look. Get up to 1,000 free minutes on your Motorola 550 flip phone. Oh, God. Remember that? Anybody have one of those? California news. April 29th, 1994. Wow. Oh, wow. 94. Look. King jury sent home. Officer absent. Lawyers experience medical woes. That's the Rodney King trial. Wow. The comics. Oh, man. And do we have any marbles? Boy, do we ever. Dilbert. Oh, my God. Look at all these old computers for sale. Oh, my God. Your Macintosh headquarters. $1,595 for a Apple Power Mac 610G. I don't know, man. I mean, I have a MacBook Air laptop. It cost $1,300. I thought that was a lot. Back then, I mean, look at this thing. This Apple Mac was 2 grand, holy cow. Dang, I guess some things get cheaper over time. And my MacBook Air probably has like 10 times the processing power of that POS. Date and time for all these different shifts back in 1990. Oh my God, I said this in one of my other videos. I love exploring recently abandoned places, the best of all. You know, like the old 1800s mining towns are kind of fun to explore, but there's nothing left in them. Like places that were abandoned in the 90s or 70s, are so much more interesting. Hey, look at this. California Farmer. Now there's a magazine. Look at that. On the edge of common sense. Poultry, livestock, leaky tank, hashtag farmer problems. All in the family, the Roberts of Loyalton. Rain for rent. Boy, they need it now. I mean, half the people who subscribed to this magazine probably dried up and went out of business. I love stuff like this. On the lamb. Lamb remains one of the season's most popular meats. Ugh, I hate lamb. It's so gamey and nasty. Roundup. Ugh. It's talking about toxic. But you know what? As toxic as this place is, nature is still taking back over. Okay, so that is the roof of that last building with all the offices in it. And then a little bit farther over, there's like a few more super dilapidated old shacks. This one here is pretty much completely fallen apart, so there's no need to go in there. That one there is also pretty much totally fallen apart. But in the middle, there's this bad boy. Okay, I'm running out of daylight, but there's a few other houses here on the way out that I noticed. But apparently where some of the people who worked here lived. Look how cool these are. This one here almost looks like a little gingerbread house. Well, I guess the neighbor did too at one time before the porch collapsed. But there's nothing left in these houses now. I mean, I'll just poke my camera up into the window and show you so you believe me. Nothing to poke around in there. And nothing to poke around in there either. Wow. There's not a lot of homes here, I noticed, in exploring for that big mill site and there being like a store and a bar and it almost being like a military base. Aside from that one kind of like rooming house, there really weren't a lot of residences, except for these two. But I think I read online that there was a big fire up here in like 2012 and a lot of the original buildings burned down then. So there probably were more houses, which means there were families and kids living here. Like I said earlier, kids grew up here. This was probably a beautiful friggin' place to be a kid. I mean, these giant oak trees to climb, these mountains to run around, that toxic pond to swim in. I mean, joking aside, it is a beautiful place, and I'm sure the people who lived here went on to lead wonderful lives somewhere else. At least that's certainly my hope. But I really enjoyed exploring it. Although, I think I need to go boil myself now. Ugh, I feel really dirty. Actually, I feel like a Superfund site myself. Whew!